It's Ketchup Packets.
Hey everybody, I'm Sean.
I'm Nate.
And today, this is Ketchup Packets.
This
And
is
today
Ketchup
we are
Packets.
watching the last episode of Better Call Saul. It is the final installment in the whole Breaking Bad universe.
Yeah.
Season 6, episode 13, called Saul Gone.
It's all gone.
As opposed to Saul Good, man.
Yeah. It's all
Saul
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No more Saul, so does that mean, is he gonna die? Is he in for death?
I'm thinking prison.
Yeah?
That's what I'm thinking. But
Prison's what I'm hoping. I'm not sure
Yeah.
if that means it's what I'm thinking, but I would like to see him go to prison.
over die.
Yeah, or over get away. I don't want him to get
No.
away. Well, I know we've been getting some comments that say they want Jimmy to make a clean getaway. I can't identify with that point of view.
Nope.
I want him held accountable for the bad things he has done.
Yeah, if he gets away, I want another season of the show
Well,
where he gets in trouble.
yeah, that's true. Like,
You
it's
know?
open-ended if he gets away, because he's
Yeah.
slipping Jimmy. He's gonna keep
Right, yeah.
slipping,
Keep
He's
slipping,
like, he got
sliding.
away to Nebraska, and then,
Yeah,
all this
right.
stuff happens, so it's... Yeah, okay. What other predictions? We've got Kim confessed,
Yeah.
and,
Well, and Jimmy's caught. The cops are
right.
there.
I mean, they're
right?
on the way. She
Yeah. Or,
hit
yeah,
her
they're on
life
the way.
alert, and the life alert lady's going to call the cops. Presumably, they have a pretty fast dispatch system, I would imagine. It's probably
yeah.
like home security, right? Where they have some kind of a direct line and they can send somebody.
I imagine so.
but it-
Otherwise, what are you paying for?
Right, exactly. So he's going to have to try to get away. I mean, he's good at slipping, though. So, but she knows he's Gene Takovec. Like, she knows all about his fake identity, and now she knows that he's Saul Goodman. So he's a very wanted man. So
Yeah.
well,
And
she said that name. So
yeah, she also knows is probably his license plate number
Right.
and like everything.
and I'm thinking about like all the cops that descended on that random bar in New Hampshire when
Yeah.
Walt called in. You
Yeah.
know, like they are looking for these people.
Yeah.
So I think they will be. I don't think he'll get away. I think we might. Our prediction from the last couple episodes of this takes place in a courtroom might come true. I think he's going to get busted and go on trial.
That'd be cool.
Should we watch it?
Let's see.
All right, enough dilly-dallying. We got a Patreon down there. The episodes are posted earlier than they are on YouTube, and they're full length, so check that out if you want. Let's watch Better Call Saul.
Oh. Back to when he was carrying the money?
I say we take it, split it 50-50, take off.
It's not ours.
Could be.
Yeah, well, I know some people who would have a problem with that.
Yeah. That's a bad idea.
I'm not sure he's being serious. He's just talking.
Yeah.
Take $6 million and build a time machine. Those people that you're worried about, they would never find us.
Go
Yeah.
into the past.
He's not being serious.
No.
March 17th, 1984. Day I took my first bribe.
Oh. Doesn't want to go on the bad
Yeah.
choice road.
And then I go forward. There's some people I'd like to check on in 5 or 10 years. Make sure they're doing okay.
So now that we got a firm timeline for all this stuff, Saul talked about the 6 years between when he and Kim parted and when they were talking again. Kaylee Ehrmantraut makes absolutely no sense.
That's the day
Yes.
Warren Buffett took
Like,
over.
what is her age?
Yeah, right.
Figure,
It
got $1
fluctuates.
million left.
Very strange.
Build the
Yeah, it's weird because Kaylee feels like she wasn't even a necessary character to begin with. It was just something for Mike to care about. You know? Or
Well,
like a
you certainly don't need to
vulnerability.
put her in this show.
Yeah, right.
But then, like, how long ago did Matt die? And, like,
Right,
with her,
yeah.
yeah, it doesn't make sense.
ST6. He's headed south. Curtis!
They'll catch him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Please get him.
Yeah, please get him.
Look at this. This is Breaking Bad, 100%. So much in these last few episodes has made him do things in exactly the same fashion as Walter White.
I feel like there should be like 8 cop cars there, and they should be surrounding his house.
And these cops are really such knuckleheads that he's gonna just sneak out the back.
That's scary when you know the helicopter's coming for you.
Yeah.
That's scary. He could have even just been Gene forever. Decided to go back in. Don't open it in here. That thing's full of diamonds.
It is?
Yeah,
Forgot about that.
yeah.
He's gonna spill them.
Don't spill the diamonds.
Yeah. Oh! Yeah. That was predictable.
Oh, that's frustrating for me.
The horrors of clamshell packaging.
Yeah.
Anybody home? Hands! Now!
They got him.
Oh, covered
That's
in
just-
crap.
yeah. He's not a good look. It's kind of satisfying. Like the trash he is.
This is how they get you. This is how they get you. This is how they get you. This is how they get you.
I mean, I'm sure he's familiar with all the techniques that they
Yeah.
will use to try to break him.
This is how they get you. Jesus. What were you thinking? What?
Yeah, you should have just stopped, man.
You broke your damn hand.
Is he going to defend himself in court?
100%. Maybe Kim will defend him.
Yeah, oh, interesting.
He's thinking of getting Kim to defend him.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
No way.
Why?
Kim's not a lawyer anymore. I don't
Right,
think
that's
she's
true.
gonna-
Yeah, yeah.
So they finally caught you.
Listen, this is your lucky day. I am talking to Saul Goodman's new advisory council.
What?
Well,
Keep
it'll
up, Bill.
make you famous.
Yeah, it's a big case.
Okay, on your way to the airport, I need you to make some
hold on.
calls.
Even supposing hypothetically, I'd be willing to take this on.
It's weird watching him be Saul Goodman with the mustache on. You know,
Yeah.
we haven't really seen that.
Where do you see this ending?
Where do I see it ending? With me on top, like always.
I don't think so, man. I don't think that's gonna happen this time. I'm struggling to remember what he did that was like...
There's Marie
whoa.
Schrader.
Money laundering.
8 counts, 20 years each, 160 years, stat max. We'll argue for consecutive sentencing,
Accessory after the fact to multiple murders.
including 2 decorated federal officers, 15 years each. By our count, that's life plus
190.
They're just throwing all the shit
Yeah.
from that case at him as a
Yep.
starting negotiation point.
Mr. Oakley, your co-counsel. Is he here with us?
Listen, you've got Agent Schrader's widow back there. Why don't you invite her in? I mean, you owe her that much, don't you?
Are we really?
Present at a plea negotiation. It's completely inappropriate.
She's already here. Both parties agree. It's fine, really.
I like that we're gonna get to see him do a whole bunch of lawyer stuff in the last episode. And I honestly had no expectation of seeing Marie at all.
Yeah, that was unexpected, huh? Just out of nowhere.
We've gotten so little time with Marie after Hank is dead. It's got to have changed her profoundly.
Yeah, right.
My husband was the best man that I have ever known. He lived to help others. If somebody was in trouble, no matter the time, no matter the place, Hank Schrader would be there. His partner, Steve Gomez. Steve and Blanca made a home that was warm and full of laughter. 3 children. 3 fatherless children.
Did we know that?
No.
And you helped the two-faced, poisonous bastard behind it all. For what? Money.
Yeah.
You did it all for money. No matter what they do with you now, no matter where they put you or for how long, it will never be enough.
Can never bring her husband back.
Is that what you wanted, Saul?
I met your husband a few times. He was a man who stood by his word and was very good at his job. He was a straight shooter. You and he are victims.
Where's he
So
going?
am I.
No, eat shit, Saul.
No.
2 years ago, a man came into my office. He said his name was Mayhew. He wanted one of my clients to lie under oath. He offered me money. I declined. Any lawyer would. That night, as I was leaving my office, I was attacked.
This is true.
Yeah.
So he's going to say he did everything under duress?
They hogtied me, and they drove me out into the desert. And when they pulled the hood off, I was kneeling in front of an open grave with a gun.
He's trying to, yeah.
I'm glad they're touching on how fucked up that was so early in their criminal careers, you know?
Yeah, I worked for him. I made a lot of money, but that's not why I did it. I did it because I knew what he would do to me if I refused. Over and
This is
over
a
and
good
It's a smart
argument.
play.
Yeah.
Heisenberg is a supervillain in the world's
I knew
mind, you know?
that Walter White would kill me wherever I was. And I was right. You look it up. October 4th, 2009. They murdered 10 men inside 3 prisons in the space of 2 minutes.
They sure did.
Throats slashed. A man was burned alive.
Poor
They even
Dennis.
killed one of my
Yeah,
colleagues,
shit.
a lawyer. He was cooperating with the DEA. Daniel Wachsberger.
Finally, a mention of Wachsberger, the last episode.
Yeah.
You are looking at a man who has lost everything. My profession, my family, my freedom. I have nobody. I have nothing.
She's really mad that he's making too much sense.
I really want to be justified in hating you.
Do you think jurors are gonna buy that?
One. All I need is one.
You're tipping your hand there that you're full of shit.
Tells me that you've never lost a case. Is that so? It's a hell of a record. Should be proud of that. Still, juries, right? You never can tell. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I would
There's some wiggle
have
room.
left this monologue out.
No, but
You're not going to negotiate with this man. You're not.
Does he represent her?
no,
Or the
he represents
state,
the
yeah.
state, but she's the dead
Yeah.
cop's wife, you know?
Yeah, that's...
The dead
that's
federal
true.
agent's
Yeah,
wife. You know,
right.
cop is not an accurate word. Yeah.
Let's get this thing signed and get the hell out of here.
We're good with that. 19. Term to be served at FCI Butner Low, North Carolina, Wing D. FCI Butner Low. It's a great location. Very nice weather.
Shut the hell up, man.
Yeah.
What is...
No, it's just gonna keep going.
It's good enough for Bernie Madoff. I visited a client once at ADX Montrose. The Alcatraz of the Rockies. No, that's a deal breaker, my friend.
FCI Butner, Low, Wing
D.
The Bernie Madoff prison.
Yeah.
Okay.
D.
One more thing. 20. During incarceration, defendant Goodman to receive 1 pint Bluebell mint chocolate chip ice cream every Friday for the duration.
Yeah, he's just being a dickhead.
Now I got a sweetener. It's nothing I've talked about. New arena, primo stuff.
Go.
It's gonna give somebody up?
Inside story, previously unknown felony homicide. Concerns a prominent Albuquerque attorney
He's going to tell the Howard story.
disappeared,
Oh.
believed to have killed himself.
Howard Hamlin?
You're talking about Howard Hamlin. That's your sweetener.
They know already.
Yeah.
Kim Wexler walked into the Albuquerque DA's office last month. She spilled her guts about Howard Hamlin. On the record.
You got nothing left to sell.
Hmm.
Last chance.
Wah wah.
Do we go to trial or do we have a deal?
Yes.
Now he's going to blow up the whole thing because they
Yep.
mentioned Kim. No, this is before they leave. Walter's there.
Am I gonna be sorry if I ask what's going on?
I'm putting a stop to it.
Stop to what?
To what? Listen. Just listen.
Oh, there's a dripping.
Oh my god.
Hey, maybe we could just unplug it? Or cut a wire or something?
No, listen, I see no reason.
Walter White is an annoying dude.
Yes, he is.
Hot water.
It's obnoxious. God, yeah, he's so annoying.
Come on.
This is definitely better than an occasional clicking sound.
Yeah, right. It's funny, you don't really think about Walter as being completely obnoxious, but he just is a know-it-all,
You're a scientist.
like,
right? So,
annoying
Can't let
French
anything
baby.
go.
Yeah.
What would you do if you had a time machine?
Time machine. Look, time travel. The kind of time travel that you're thinking of is a scientific impossibility. It would violate the second law of thermodynamics.
Up.
But what about a worm?
But it's fun to think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Stay in your lane.
It's just a thought experiment. There's got to be something you'd go back
It's important to remember, too, that this is the most worked up Walter White ever was in his
Yep.
entire life. This
Yep.
is immediately after Hank's death, and they stole all his money, and he's... Yeah.
You are talking about regrets. So if you want to ask about regrets, just ask about regrets and leave all this time
Yeah,
traveling
yeah,
nonsense
right.
out of it.
Okay, regrets.
It's important to place precisely when in Walter White's life this scene is.
Yeah.
My regrets.
This puts more color even on his time in the cabin.
Yeah.
You know, like, who
Yeah.
planted the seed of him contemplating his regrets the whole time he was there.
Yeah.
When I was a graduate student, I started a company with some... At the time, I thought they were my friends.
Is he going to tell the real story?
Everything. But little did I understand that they were artfully maneuvering me into leaving my own creation.
I don't think That's how it happened, Walt.
So you started a company. Is it still around?
Oh, yes.
Is it successful?
Very.
How could you never tell me about this? We could have done something with this. Wrongful termination.
Yeah, there we go. Why didn't you do that, man?
Yeah, dude.
Sue the
I could have sunk my
Schwartzes.
teeth into this.
You'd have been the last lawyer I'd have gone to.
Yeah, sure.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Hire Cliff
Yep,
Main for that
exactly
case.
right.
Hold up, Bill. No, wait, you're gonna love this. The Hamlin thing, the government doesn't know the half of it.
Kim's already got a civil suit hanging over her head. You give the government more, maybe they bring the hammer down. What more are you gonna get? What's left?
You don't understand. It's really good ice cream.
He's only going to do 7.5 years, right?
Yeah. With ice cream.
Does he not get the ice cream unless he can get something else to trade?
No, I don't think this is all for the ice cream. I think he's gonna try and help Kim. Maybe not, though. I've thought that in the past. He's just a piece of shit. He's trying to help himself.
You notice it's a Wayfarer airplane? Like the crash? Wayfarer 515?
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Hello?
Kim,
Yes?
this is Suzanne Aronson.
Hi, Suzanne.
Okay.
You've seen the news?
I don't think so.
Your ex, Saul Goodman, he was arrested in Nebraska. He's been extradited to New Mexico.
Is Suzanne still the DA now?
When was this?
2 days ago.
I mean, seems like it.
But that's not why I'm calling. He's giving testimony that affects you, personally.
What kind of testimony?
What is he doing?
Yeah.
I can't believe it didn't occur to me that Marie might be involved in this stuff as, you know, like someone who lost a family member to these crimes. You know?
Yeah. It's cool that they added. They didn't have to, I don't think.
No, yeah. We wouldn't have missed her if she wasn't here, right? But it makes sense that she is.
Mm-hmm.
CR 10-7253, United States of America versus. Defendant has requested to use the name Saul Goodman. So,
Isn't that his legal
United
name?
States versus Saul Goodman. Counsel, please state your responses.
I think so.
Yeah.
Confused about that.
The parties have reached a plea agreement satisfactory to both sides. However, I have reviewed the government's sentencing recommendations and, well, I have questions. Mr. Castellano, will you please come up to the microphone?
So this is just a, like, sentencing hearing? A judge has to approve the deal?
Yeah.
Help me understand. Has the defendant provided substantial assistance to the government?
Your Honor.
Mr. Oakley, please advise your client to stay silent at this time.
Your Honor, with respect, Mr. Oakley is advisory counsel. I'm representing myself here today.
Okay, then you'll be in contempt. Yeah.
Mr. Goodman, you are the beneficiary of the most generous sentencing recommendation I've seen in 22 years on the bench. Any statement you make imperils that recommendation.
I'm very aware of that, Your Honor. If you'll
So shut up.
What has he got up his sleeve?
I think I can save the court's valuable time.
Go ahead. Briefly.
What is that tie?
He's a clown.
It's an abomination.
Yeah.
Two years ago, a man came into my office. He said...
Same bullshit?
A bag was shoved over my head. I was hogtied. I was driven out into the desert. And when they pulled the hood off, I was kneeling in front of an open grave with a gun pointed at my head. That was my introduction to Walter White. I was terrified. But not for long.
Yeah, he's doing his bait and switch. It's still a show, though.
Mr. Goodman, stop right there. Consult Mr. Oakley before you say another word.
Your Honor, I believe the court deserves the whole truth.
You are contradicting your plea agreement's sworn factual basis.
No offense, Your Honor, but I think I know the law here better than you do.
Your Honor, we...
Oh my
Don't
God.
say that to a judge.
Your Honor, we are satisfied for Mr. Goodman to continue. Your Honor, I'd like to petition to withdraw from this case.
Yeah.
Denied.
Denied.
Respectfully.
Not a chance.
You took it, man.
Yeah, dude.
Bobby, swear, Mr.
You knew exactly what you were getting yourself into.
I lied to the government about Kim Wexler. I fed him a load of BS about her involvement in Howard Hamlin.
He just wanted her in this room.
I just wanted her to come here today. I wanted her to hear this. So yeah, I wasn't there when the meth was cooked. I wasn't there when it was sold. I didn't witness any of the murders, but I damn well knew it was happening. I was more than a willing participant. I was indispensable. I kept Walter White out of jail.
Yeah.
I laundered his money. I lied for him.
It all would not have worked without you.
Yeah, right.
And I made... Fact is, Walter White couldn't have done it without me.
Absolutely true.
Yeah.
Your Honor, we move to strike Mr. Goodman's comments.
On what grounds?
Speculation.
Speculation? He's testifying to his own actions.
I mean, throwing himself under the bus.
I need a grounds of some kind.
I have one more thing to say.
Sit down, Mr. Goodman.
Please, Your Honor.
Now.
Please,
Your
Will
Honor,
Marshall,
the government
please
urges the
remove
court to
Mr.
allow Mr.
Goodman
Goodman
from
to
the
continue.
podium.
How is that not speculation?
He is speculating about what Walt could. It's a counterfactual. You can't do that in a courtroom.
What happened to Howard Hamlin? It was... After that, Kim had the guts to start over. She left town. But I'm the one who ran away. And my brother, Chuck, Charles McGill.
You gonna confess to that too?
Oh my God.
I have known him.
Oh, the exit sign.
He was an incredible lawyer. He's the most brilliant guy I ever met, but he was limited. Your Honor, Bill, please, just let me get through this.
What are you doing, man?
Why is he
When
doing
I
this?
saw a
Yeah.
chance to hurt him, I took it. I got his malpractice insurance canceled. I took away the one thing he lived for, the law. After that, he killed himself.
Owning his role in Chuck's suicide. Finally.
What is he doing? Is this his coming to Jesus moment?
He's reckoning with who he is, with what he's done, yeah.
But that thing with your brother, that wasn't even a crime.
It was.
Mr. Goodman, sit down and stay seated.
The name's McGill. I'm James McGill.
Saul gone.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
in view of the
Your
defendant's
Honor, we'd like to request
confession,
a
the
recess.
government
No,
withdraws
now,
the
hold on.
sentencing
That
recommendation
was
and
not
urges this
a
court to
confession.
impose
That
the
was-
statutory maximum
That was
for
not a
police
confession.
expenses.
It was
Furthermore,
merely
Your Honor,
a
a
single
second
point of
additional
view.
hearing is
Oakley's good at his job.
Yeah.
The additional claims Mr. Goodman,
point of view,
Mr.
I
McGill,
might add,
has
that
now
is
admitted
presented
to,
without a
including
single
perjury
shred
on
of
this court,
evidence.
I think he just
Was
wants
all
Kim
that-
to forgive him.
Yeah, was all of that for Kim?
It was. That's why he lied to get her there.
Yeah.
He wanted to confess everything he'd done in front of her. Another interstitial.
I was starting to worry.
Uh-huh.
I almost got creamed by a cement truck.
Gonna have the time machine conversation with Chuck, too.
You think so?
Yeah. It was in the other two scenes, of course.
You know, I could hire someone to do this. I could get someone from the office.
I'm doing it.
Yeah, every day? While you're trying to start a practice? Why?
Why? Because you're my brother. Duh. You do the same for me.
No way.
You wouldn't.
Well, you could stay for a while. We could talk.
Talk? What about?
We haven't seen Chuck in so
Your
long.
cases? Your clients?
What about the kid who broke into a liquor store and drank 5 bottles of cream de menthe and then passed out behind the counter?
They deserve a vigorous defense like any other client.
Or maybe you just want to tell me what I'm doing wrong.
That's not what I had in mind.
He's...
It's like trying.
Right, he wants to be nice to his brother, but I think he realized as he was saying that is what would happen.
Yeah.
If you don't like where you're heading, there's no shame in going back and changing your path.
Oh, when have you ever changed your path?
We always end up having the same conversation, don't we?
I'll see you tomorrow, Chuck. And I might have the Financial Times.
Oh, I told you it would come up somehow. I'm giving myself half a point for that one.
Yeah, there you go. And he did say, there's no shame in going back and changing paths. So.
And this is before those two, so this inspired him to ask Mike and Walt the time machine questions. Yeah, now you die in prison, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
ADX Montrose, the bad one.
Yep. Why... Dude, I understand that she was trying to make good with his ex-wife, but this is quite a shift in the way that your life is going to look for the foreseeable future.
For the rest of it. The rest of his life. It's true, it's slightly unbelievable.
This is going to suck, yeah. It's what he deserves, though.
Absolutely. It's satisfying, but the idea that he would impose it on himself when he had an alternative... I mean, he genuinely feels guilty.
Yeah, it's against type.
Hey. Better Call Saul. Right?
McGill.
Give me that. You're Saul.
So he's gonna be famous in prison.
Yep.
See? Told you. It's Better Call Saul. Right. Better Call Saul. Yeah. Better Call Saul.
You don't want to be somebody everybody knows in prison.
It's gonna be bad.
Saul. Better. Saul.
Even if it could seem good, like, a lot of them seem like they like me, just the fact that you're someone everybody knows makes you a target for people to prove themselves, right?
Oh, God, yeah. I want to be completely anonymous in this situation, and this is the opposite.
Saul. Lawyer's here.
I got you, Saul.
Crooked lawyer who spent his entire career, keeping people out of prison who should probably be there, would probably be a pretty popular guy.
Yeah.
He would probably be safe, in this situation.
Yeah, he could probably find people to help that would then, in exchange, keep him protected.
Well, and, just be a lot of,
Cuffs, please.
don't mess with Saul, man. In a different life, he would have kept you out of here.
He's good at talking his way out of danger, too. Like, somebody coming at him with a weapon, he could convince them not to hurt him at that time, too,
Hi, Jimmy.
Hi.
Why are you here?
Turns out my New Mexico bar card doesn't have an expiration date.
So she just pretended to be a lawyer still, so she could be his lawyer and visit him? Don't you think there'd be a video feed with no sound? In, the room where they meet with their lawyers, so they can still see what the inmates are doing, or they're not allowed to watch even?
I don't think so.
It's against privilege.
The fire... Cool.
86 years.
That's how long he's got now?
86 years.
I don't think he's gonna last that long.
Just smoke a cigarette together like old times. Finger guns. And he's gone. Saul gone.
Saul gone.
Well, Better Call Saul is over. What did you think?
I have mixed emotions about he has never had a scruple in his life.
Yeah.
He has done some of the most horrible things. He poisoned a kid.
Well, Walt poisoned a kid. People have left comments of debating his level of knowledge and involvement in that stuff.
Okay. Well,
but everything he was saying in the court there was true. He complicitly took part in all this stuff and he knew what was going on while it was going on.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, and now it's my time to I don't think there's any soul saving at that point, man. I don't get.
And he could have been out in 7 years. That's his mid-50s. You know, it's like he can still live.
Could have been in and out. Yeah, after all of that. After all that running, and then he's home free, and he just gets to be a normal guy after that, after those 7 years.
So it's got a quality that's, overall, I want to say I was satisfied. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It wasn't absolutely. I would not say unsatisfying or bad finale in any sense.
No, not at all.
It shares a quality with the Breaking Bad finale, where it is, there's a fan servicey element to it, where it's the ending you want to see, and that's sort of what happened in Breaking Bad as well, where he was told in the first episode, best case scenario, I'll live maybe another couple years, and then the finale is 2 years to the day after that diagnosis.
That's right,
and he kills all his enemies and he sets Jesse free, all the Nazis and Lydia, and it's just it's so perfectly clean.
Yeah.
He gets the money to his kids,
and he dies in the lab, so it
looks like it was
knows,
all him. Yeah. Right. So and that I'm sure people have seen the Breaking Bad finale, but I'm just hitting those points to highlight that was it's exactly what you wish would happen when you're watching and making a wish list for the ending, and this show sort of did the same thing there.
Yeah.
He comes clean about all his crimes and he goes to prison. And I liked that, but I also sort of wish that they had been able to think of something I never thought of,
Right, yeah, and it was kind of by the numbers. It was almost like, okay, so this is the end now. So, we're not gonna, no more curveballs, really. He even did both of the things that we were kind of hoping that he would do if he ended up in, negotiating the terms of his, prison time and stuff, is that he argued himself out of it and still got the bigger sentence anyway.
Yeah, so we really got to have our cake and eat it too.
Exactly. We wanted to see Saul do some snaky Saul shit, and he did, and then he still went to prison for 86 years.
Yeah.
So...
And I think he'll do pretty well in prison. I think that's what the bus scene was meant to show us. I don't think that they're trying to complicate it but being noteworthy in prison is dangerous by itself. I think they were showing the criminal underclass are a people that he's endeared himself to.
Yeah.
So they recognize him. They like that guy.
They know
he
who
helped
he is.
our kind.
Yeah. They know who he is in a good way. It's going to be just don't mess with Saul.
Exactly.
Saul
he
alone.
did his best to keep us out of here.
Right,
And now they put him in here because he was keeping us out of here, and they don't their hatred of the system will endear them to Saul more.
It's the opposite of being a cop or a prosecutor in prison.
Yes, exactly. Right. He's an enemy of the system, so that will be good for him. I liked seeing Walt, and I liked seeing Chuck a lot. The Chuck scene was great.
Yeah, that was cool that they even bothered.
Right. We're so wrapped up at the end here with them touching on Breaking Bad with this show that we forget about them delving into Better Call Saul canon and all that stuff. That was
whole season. It was two seasons?
3 seasons. Chuck dies at the end of season 3. It's the entire first half of this series. And I have always thought it's such great casting to have Michael McKean as Bob Odenkirk's brother. Before they were ever in this show together, I had always thought those two actors had a resemblance to one another. And he's just such a great actor. He can be so stiff and stern like Chuck is, and it's easy. That is one of the singers of Spinal Tap, don't forget. You know, like he's...
Oh, shit.
That dude is really funny.
Oh my god, yeah.
You didn't, yeah, Spinal Tap is Michael McKean, Harry Shearer, and Christopher Guest.
Whoa.
So yeah, I
What
just
a-
want
what a
to
range.
commend that performance one more time, and it was good to see him in here because...
He got his encore. It was a short little encore. It's kind of go
Mm-hmm.
like, remember I was in here too, and it's like, oh yeah, you were, and that was great.
Yeah,
You
his
know?
whole dynamic with... They did a great job of giving us a little, like, bite-size picture again of the whole dynamic between Jimmy and Chuck, of the resentment, of the... He intellectually understands that he should try to support his brother and encourage
Yeah,
him
but he's
and help
just-
him get better, but he resents him a lot.
Yeah,
He just doesn't like
thinks
him.
he's a loser, and he just skates through life. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was great. I don't know. It's so much to process as the final events in all of it. I guess we got, I don't know if I mentioned this in an earlier reaction or if I had just thought it outside of that, but of our big trio, we've got one dead, one escaped, one in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like
Yep.
that, you know?
It's the 3 states of where this could possibly go.
Exactly.
Like escaped to, I think Jesse escaped to Mexico, didn't they say?
No,
like,
to Alaska.
Alaska? Oh.
You've seen El Camino, right?
That's right. Yeah. Not in a while.
No, he goes to Alaska. And hopefully he is thriving there because, well, I mean, he's a murderer.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's all very bad.
Yeah.
The fact that any of them even got away is, you know... if
Jesse's
Jess-
the only person that got away.
Yeah, and he kind of got his before Breaking Bad ended.
He got punished
torched,
a lot, and...
He lived in his hell for a while before.
Right.
So that's why I excuse him.
It's debatable that his sins have been punished adequately, but that doesn't bring Gale back to life. You know?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
So, yeah. All right.
Oh, boy.
Is that
Man,
it?
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot to process.
I feel like I'm going to have more to say later, but
yeah,
it doesn't matter.
It's a whole big chapter of time in my life that I've been engaged with this fictional universe that's now gone, you know?
These
Like, think about-
characters.
When did you jump on to Breaking Bad? What part of the series? Did you start watching on TV from the beginning, or did you catch up on some and then watch the rest? Or
You showed me episode 1 and were like, what'd you think of that? And I was like, I want to watch another episode of that. And then I started binge watching it. And then I think I think it was season 2 was in the middle of it when I started season 1. So
if I showed it to you, I'm gonna dispute that, because there was definitely a time when I was showing Breaking Bad to anyone who would listen. I was obsessed with it, and in an obnoxious way. But I watched the first 2 seasons after they were out already, and then the first episode I watched live was the season 3 premiere. So
that's right.
The
And
earliest I
believe-
could have showed you is after season 2.
I think we watched the season 3 premiere in the same room.
That makes sense.
Yes, yep.
I used to have parties.
That does make sense. Yeah.
So yeah. I watched, like I just said, I watched the first 2 seasons catching up, and then from then I watched it live. And it was before it really blew up. I think when it got added to Netflix, which I don't remember exactly when that happened, but that's when it all of a sudden caught on. You know, it was on the verge of cancellation a lot in the first few years on AMC.
That's right.
And how different the media landscape would look then, right?
Yeah, it's a cultural touchstone. It is part of sort of American canon now.
It's a name people say for best TV show of all time.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's not the only one, but it's one that people say a lot. It's high on those lists.
Put it high on that list, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's hard to pick an exact very best TV show, but it's absolutely, I think it's my personal favorite. You know, without calling it the best officially, it's the one I like the most.
Yeah.
This is up there as well, though. Better Call Saul was great.
This is a great follow-up.
Yeah, and it's so hard to do a spin-off, especially to something so good. And I can't believe they got anywhere near the same echelon.
That's what I was gonna say. I was, seeing the ads and stuff for Better Call Saul when it first got kind of like announced, and I was like, they're gonna do a Saul Goodman.
Oh yeah, I was averse to the idea of it. I loved Breaking
Yeah.
Bad so much. I was like, this is gonna ruin it. There's no way they can do this right. And I am eating those words.
Yeah, he was kind of like almost like a comic relief a lot of the time in Breaking Bad. You know, he still was this helped solidify him more as like an actual person, if that makes any sense. Like it made the gravity of the things that he participated in Breaking Bad so much more impactful, because it's like he's he's kind of a clown. He starts off as a clown in Breaking Bad, and then, you know, he's sort of your quintessential, like, over-the-top, shitty lawyer guy, you know, crooked lawyer guy.
But I never thought to ask the question, how does that man become that man?
Yeah,
you know?
right.
They're showing us. Yeah.
We just assume he kind of came out that way, and it's like, no, quite the contrary. A lot of things led him to become that.
There's a lot of darkness under a personality like that, I think, is what they're showing us here. So yeah, I think that probably about wraps it up for Better Call Saul altogether.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us for this solitary season of a show we didn't react to the earlier seasons of. We appreciate everyone being here. This has been a fun time. I hope you'll stick around for our other shows and movies and stuff like that. We haven't done a movie reaction in a little bit. We've been busy with a lot of series.
Full schedule.
We're going to be getting back into movies soon, though, so stick around, leave some comments and push buttons, do all the YouTube stuff. Okay.
Okay.
I'm Sean.
I'm Nate.
This is Ketchup Packets. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.